Hi, my name is Olivia, and welcome to Olivia'S Highlights. I'm here with my guest today, Chris Maurice. How are you, Chris?
I am good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. So, kind of talk about your upbringing and what little Chris was all about.
What Little Chris is all about. Well, my mom passed when I was a kid. My grandma raised me. I'm one of four boys that she left behind. My grandma, we stayed in the church, of course, and I love her to death, of course. As a kid, of course, I used to always watch the awards, and just seeing the awards, I knew I always just wanted to be a star. I was always singing in school. This one girl actually paid me like $3 just to sing for her, which is kind of crazy. But I didn't know until around 2013. Of course, I knew I wanted to be somebody, like, somebody on the red carpet or something like that. But I didn't know until like 2013 that I actually wanted to do music for real. And from there, I've been writing ever since. It's been hard, but yeah, my childhood was crazy though. Losing my mom and my grandma having to raise all of us. So, but it turned out for the best though.
Yeah, so did your grandma influence you to kind of sing in church, or you said you grew up in church, so was that where it started?
That's where it started. My mom was actually in the choir, and as a kid, when I was in the choir, I used to always go to sleep. I didn't like just sitting up there and just watching. I didn't like doing that. But over time, as I got older, I was still in the choir, and yeah, I guess from there it just really just took off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of what inspired you to transition from gospel, I guess, to R&B music that you do now?
Well, it wasn't really like, 'cause I love gospel,
Yeah.
but it really wasn't that I hated. Like I did gospel music. I was just always singing.
Yeah.
So my grandma, she always kept us around. Like she used to always keep these like old CDs in a car. She had like a red neon, and we had like I think one of the first artists that I heard was Vicky Yo and Smokey Norfolk, my favorite gospel artist. But now I used to always sing their songs, and I just never had a desire to like write gospel music.
Yeah.
But I just write from my heart, just write what I feel. It was nothing just to go against gospel music, but yeah, that's all it was really.
So what hit you in 2013 where you were like, oh, I gotta do this now?
Um, it was actually a blessing. I met this guy from my church, and like I said, I never really knew I wanted to do music. I just knew I loved singing. I wanted to be on the big stage. I know I wanted to be in front of people. And we started talking about music, and I was just like, man, I don't even know how to write music. Like, I knew how to write poems when I was like in middle school, but I feel like it's a little different. Like, I had to get my flow, I had to get my rhythm, I had to get my style, and I had to figure out like what exactly I'm gonna write about. How am I gonna say this? But yeah, in 2013, I met this guy. He pretty much showed me, he told me, like, man, you can write music. It took me forever to actually write a song. But yeah, I came around to it. I can't remember when probably like 2015, I wrote my first, I'm gonna say I wrote my first song, but my first official song that I recorded was Free Throw Line.
Okay.
So, but yeah, he definitely inspired me to want to do music for real.
So what's the inspiration behind that song, Free Throw Line?
Free throw, it was really just somebody just came up with. It just talks about me shooting my shot to a girl that I want to talk to or whatever.
Okay.
It was really like no crazy inspiration or whatnot, but it was just somebody just came up with. Just like this song, I have a song called Run It Up.
Okay.
Same thing. I just heard a vibe, heard something, and I was just like, let me write this.
Yeah. So it kind of comes to you like from your real life experiences. That's how you write your music. Mostly
now. Every now and then, I'll find myself like just riding in my car or just in the shower. We all sing in the shower.
Yeah.
Or just walking around my house randomly, and I can be thinking about something that I've experienced with a relationship, experienced personally, or it can be just something me just flexing flexing me, thinking about flexing on somebody or just coming up, and I'll just write. A lot of it be brainstorming. So I have like a plethora of notes in my phone that are just like songs that I probably haven't finished or songs that are finished. So, but yeah.
So you have a song, Date Night. It's going to be in a movie soon. Kind of talk about that.
You heard it.
Yeah.
Okay. Date Night was, golly, man. If you haven't heard the song Date Night, it's out everywhere. Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify. Go listen to it. Check it out. But Date Night was inspired, I think in 2019, I drove to St. Simon's Island. And
I love St. Simon.
that's my first time being there. But I drove to St. Simon's Island, and that was this girl I was talking to. She stayed in Macon. And of course, I didn't think I was going to be writing a song called Date Night. But I think before that, I was thinking to myself, like, man, I want to write a song called Date Night because I'm a lovey-dovey type of person. Like, I'm very romantic as far as, like, whoever I date. I bring flowers on the first day. I do stuff like that. So, but I drove to St. Simon's Island, met her, and I think when I came back, probably later on that week, I started Date Night because I was just like really talking about my experience. And I necessarily write it for her. I always write my songs in general, so everybody can relate to it. And I may throw like little hints in there of, hey, you remember this? You remember this? Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, Date Night was definitely inspired by that experience that I had going to St. Simon's Island, 3 hours away.
Right.
So.
I'm from Savannah, so I know that drive.
Oh, yeah. It's different. It's different there though. It's way different. Like, man, the vibe is so different. Like I just didn't. That was one of my first times being like near the ocean or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think is it Tybee Island?
Mm-hmm.
That's close
Tybee
to it.
Island,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I didn't go there. I wanted to.
Oh, you should.
I wanted to so bad.
Well, talk about how the song is going to be in the movie that's coming out. How that happened?
Actually, it's already in a movie.
Okay.
I cannot remember the name of that movie. God, it's local. It's a
Okay.
local movie. But yeah, the guy he reached out to me and he was just like, hey, I heard your song Date Night. I would love for this song to be in my movie. And I was just like, cool. And I seen the movie. It's pretty long, but it's a really good movie.
Yeah. So I saw your song Table with Jasmine, T.I.'s niece. So kind of talk about how that came about and how you know them.
Well, I have a really, really close friend of mine. He went by like so many different names, but it was Sultan Cinema is what he's on Instagram, Sultan Cinema. He, as a matter of fact, he's the one that he's a lot of the reason too why I'm doing music. When I wrote Free Throw Line, he heard Free Throw Line and the quality of Free Throw Line was just like, it wasn't there. So he heard it, he was like, no, you gotta record this in a real studio. So from there, he took me to KD, which is my engineer, the one who he's always record my music. I don't necessarily trust anybody else to do my music. Now, if I see their quality of work, then that's cool. But he took me there, and like I said, it's just been up from there. He's a videographer, so he meets so many different people. And I can't remember exactly how he met Jasmine, because I think before it was QT Jazz, but then she changed her name to Jasmine. And I had Table, and I was in the studio just writing Table. Well, I didn't write Table in the studio. I'm gonna take it back. I was in the studio recording Table while he was in the studio too. And when he heard it, he was like, "Golly, we need to have somebody on here, like somebody good on here as a feature." And he just asked Jasmine. Jasmine was one of the closest people he had at the time, and yeah, she did it, and she did a really, really good job.
She did.
Yeah.
Y'all ate. I heard. So kind of what do you want people to take away when they hear your music?
Oh, man. I just want people to, I don't necessarily know what I want them to take away. I just want them to understand Chris Maurice. And I'll tell people all the time, like, you listen to my music, you really understand who I am. Like, I'm an open book, you know. So, but I just want people to understand that, you know, I have my vulnerable moments, and I'm me.
Yeah.
As far as taking away, I mean, I hope it's positive. So.
You are. And his song Bob's, y'all gotta go stream that. It's gonna be out hopefully when?
Ooh, man, look, I'm gonna keep that a secret right now.
Oh. Well, it's a vibe, y'all. I got a sneak peek. It's a vibe. So when it comes out, listen to Bob's. Well, thank you, Chris, for being here. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, you are so welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Chris, Maurice, for joining us. And tune in next time for Olivia'S Highlights. Bye, y'all.
Just think about it all day, night. I won't lie, you're too fine, can't pass you by. No, you cannot sit at my table. Already told you you're not able. If you were never beginning, man, stop tripping. I need a witness, someone like you so fine. A vibe, yeah. It's a vibe. Let's go there.